Okay, hi, my name's Derin. I work for the Incorporated Society of Musicians. We are the professional body for musicians in the UK. We've been around since 1882, and last week was actually our 135th birthday. Not mine, but it's an organisation's 135th. So what we do is provide services for our membership and support the wider sector as a whole. So it's in that role that I'm here today to support music venues, which is so vital to the music profession. And a lot of our members, which includes performers, rely on grassroots venues in order to earn a living and work within the industry.
So how important do you think the Music Venue Trust is?
Oh, very important, because just the fact that 1/3 of venues that were there 10 years ago do not exist anymore. On a personal level, before I started working for the ISM, I was a full-time musician, and we went on tour across the UK in 2006. Of those 20 shows, only 6, I think, exist. So for next generation of musicians who are thriving to make it in an industry that's increasingly difficult to make it in anyway, where is that opportunity to express yourself? So if those venues are diminishing with external factors, bidding from housing organisations, where are those kids going to be able to perform and support the music industry, which is worth nearly 5 billion to the UK economy?
So what are you hoping to get out of today?
Just an opportunity to, from our organisation's point, to support the work that's going on across the sector. Whatever we can do with our facilities and our capabilities to support anything that's going on, whether it be policies, whether it be ideas. I've heard a lot of different strands going on today with regards to why don't we do this, why don't we do that. I like to have a further conversation with those people and say, okay, we are an organisation that can help you achieve this. Let's see if there's areas of collaboration within that to make these things happen.
So from a musician point of view, what would you say to small music venues would be one of the most important things that they need to look at?
From a musician's point of view, it's a tricky one, because it'll be easy from a musician's point of view, making sure that everyone has an opportunity to play, and you shouldn't worry about crowd sizes. No one should ever be in a situation where you have to pay to play. But at the same time, with the fact of millennials, should we say, and the fact they're not drinking, which is actually a good thing. I don't know why everyone's making that a bad thing. With the fact that millennials are drinking less and less, that modus operandi where you relied upon bar intake is diminishing. So I get the stress that music venues are under, who are desperately trying to support these grassroots organisations. So I can sit there and say, you know what, you guys need to let everyone play and pay everyone that pays. The reality is that, like Mark mentioned, if it was a business model, it would be easy. Let's not do live music. So it's the fact that they're almost doing it making this thing hold above water is important enough. So we want to support that, whether it's finding different funding platforms to support the sector as a whole. I like the idea of getting government involved to provide money to the sector in general instead of through platforms. So whatever we can do that way, but that's what I personally like to see with regards to venues.
And finally, if you had a message for live music fans themselves about these small grassroots venues, what would that be?
Go to them. Go to them. It's all great going to Wembley Stadium. It's all great going to the O2. That's where you see your favourite bands. But live music venues is where it happens. You're face to face. You can always talk to the band, and it's the inception of something magical. You know, you hear stories that my father used to tell me about when in the 70s the Sex Pistols first happened and played that famous gig where only 3 people turn up, but now you have 20 celebrities who all claim to be there. So it's that opportunity where you see the birth of something, and years later you're part of making that into a success. So my message is, go to these venues, support them. The music's great, support your bands, and now allow them to go on. And I love the idea that these bands then go back and say thank you, just to keep that pipeline going. So that'll be my message to these people.